Hey, it's Betty here giving you an update on my baby number 2 at 46 years old via IVF. I'm not sure because I haven't actually been to the doctor yet. We don't know what procedure we're going to go with. So what has happened? I've had the pelvic ultrasound. What happens is you have to drink a liter of water an hour and a half before and keep your belly full for the ultrasound. Now, what the sonographer does at the beginning, she puts like a scanner on top of your belly, on your bare belly, and she can see it's a rough outlook, like a wider shot, but it's not as detailed as when she actually gets the camera scanning wand, and then she'll put it inside your vagina. So from this, she was able to see how many follicles I had. Now, she was being very subtle and I didn't want to prod too much, but she said she saw saw a couple of follicles on my left hand side, and then I asked her about the right, and she said, look, I don't see much there, but it's hard to see because you've got gas there. She did say that having gas is very normal, like you can't predict how much gas from your bladder is going to come out or what's sitting there that needs to be released. So she said, I can't really see. So now I'm taking that as, for my mindset, there are plenty of follicles in there. So follicles, you usually just hold one egg. Okay, so if she's seen a couple of follicles there, I did climb into a bit of go down into a bit of a spiral while I was in there when she said that. But the important thing is, remember, technology isn't always accurate. So for your abundance mindset, you're just like, great, well, those 2 follicles got 2 eggs and they are amazing, aren't they, Opie? They're going to be healthy eggs, and it's school holiday, so he's here. And the ones on the right, they can't see, but I've probably got another 2 or 3 there. Wow, yes, I am so grateful that I actually still have follicles, okay? Because it's so easy, now I'm remembering all this, for you to start over-analyzing, okay? Remember, we want to keep in that energy where it's high vibe. High vibe, of course, you're going to have worries and fears. It's important not to just sweep them under the carpet. But in this case, there is no use in making assumptions, okay? Just present them as facts. Yep, that's what they see. They might not, the technology may have not picked up enough, but we don't make assumptions in our head. This is where you stop. You've got to go into your trusting self and go, yep, I've got 2 eggs on the left and we can't see what's on the right. I'm going with it. Let's not go into the spiral. You just kind of be grateful, because fear and doubt can't be in the same room as when you're grateful. When you're activating your heart, just put intention on your heart, because your heart actually grounds you, and you're just like, I'm so happy and grateful that I've got these 2 follicles and there's some on the right and they're going to be beautiful. Okay, some people, I had someone I know, she has so many follicles, okay, but on her first cultivation of eggs, her eggs weren't good quality at all. They got 2 out of the whole 27 or something. So it doesn't, and she's only 8 years younger than me, it doesn't matter. I may have 2 and they might be beautiful, healthy, ready to birth eggs. That's the same with Opie, this little guy here. He was formed from 1 embryo. I only had 1 embryo that went into there and had 9 eggs. Then they went down to 7. 7 lasted, and then 1 great egg went in and made that embryo, and that was his egg. So you just don't know the quality of your eggs. You don't know. You just have to stay in abundance and think, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful and happy that I've got at least 2 follicles. And just remember, the doctor's going to just give you the plain facts, okay? But it's good for her to know this stuff, because it'll determine what hormones she gives you, if she gives you any, and what hormones to give you as well, and all of that process. So important just to not make assumptions. If you've read the book, The 4 Agreements, it's just so well written and so simple, but we can make assumptions in our head and go into a spiral. We can make assumptions when you've got a crush on someone and you see and you visualize yourself with that person, and then your body starts acting out as if you're with that person. Of course, you get the tingles down there. You know what it's like. So that's powerful, that power of love, that you can visualize and make assumptions that, oh, he's the love of my life and we're going to be together. But you can also go the wrong way as well, the way that's negative. We don't want to go there. We want to just imagine that, oh, my baby, oh, there's eggs. I am going to continue to talk to those eggs. Opie, will you talk to the eggs with me as well? And just give them love. And of course, you you clean your gut, you eat protein, you eat lots of veggies and leafy greens, and get those good fats like the salmon and the avocado. So of course, with mindset, you got to match it with the way that you're treating your body. Treat your mouth like it's the gate of heavens. I will be posting like just what I'm going to be eating. I'm doing all that research. More chickpeas, more leafy greens, more salad, so it can match. Everything's matching my mindset, my body, the exercising, strengthening, and muscle. All right. Love and light to you. I'll tell you the next update, which will be the blood test, and then I'll be going with these results to the fertility doctor, so I'm not having to go back out to do it. So I don't have to go to her where she goes, oh, go get these bloods done. It's just going to be there right away, so she knows what my body's doing. One other tip, I am 3/4 through my cycle, and the sonographer told me that my lining is quite thick, because that's what happens when you're about to get your period. Your uterus starts to thicken on the wall, like prepping to have a baby. And so she can't, when your lining is thicker, you can't actually see any polyps. So it was hard to see if there were any polyps. I've never had that happen before, but yeah, just something to note. Better to go when you're earlier in your cycle, like on day 4 or 5, she said. Hope that helps.